Hey God, what is this? Is this how it's going to be? I broke down in tears. I'm like, what is going on? It was so painful. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Blessing. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're a new subscriber, thank you, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always watching my videos. So in today's video, I'll be telling you about postpartum. A lot of the articles and videos I watched during pregnancy were about pregnancy and delivery. People don't really talk much about postpartum. So yeah, in this video we'll be talking strictly postpartum. Postpartum is life after delivery. What happens after delivery? A lot of things happened to me after I gave birth to my baby, and I did not expect it because people rarely talk about these things. So first thing that happened to me, first thing that I noticed during postpartum was postpartum blues. It's so real. So there's something called postpartum blues and there's something called postpartum depression. Postpartum blues is the feeling of irritation or this annoying feeling you have the first few days after delivery, that is maybe 3 to 4 days after delivery. Then postpartum depression is the kind of depression that happens to you like 7 weeks after delivery. So mine was postpartum blues because after a few days I got over it. I was just upset. I was very emotional. I even cried. I thought it was something odd until I saw another woman that delivered in the hospital crying. I mean, she gave birth to twins and she was crying. I was wondering like what could be wrong with her. Before I realized it was postpartum blues because the same thing happened to me. After I gave birth, I was feeling off. I wasn't too happy. Postpartum blues happened to me. I was just irritated. A lot of things were irritating me, but I was able to manage it. Another thing that happened to me that people don't really say is how dark my belly became. So during pregnancy, my belly was light, like really light. It was okay, like the rest of my body. But immediately I put to bed, my belly became so dark. Nobody told me it was going to happen. I did not expect that, but thankfully it's going back to normal. Like somebody should have told me that my belly would be dark because nobody told me that. Another thing that I did not know about postpartum was the fact that everything in my stomach was all over the place. It was like my intestine, my kidney, bladder, everything was just wobbling and scattering. I could feel it. I don't know how to explain it, but imagine putting stones, like small stones, right, into a bucket, an empty bucket, and just shaking it. You know that noise, that sound, and how it would be. That was how my belly felt. Even up to 2 weeks after delivery, my belly just felt everything was just like this. Everything was scattering all around. I'm like, what is going on? So if I lie down by my side, everything in my belly will just boom. If I lie down on my back, everything will be face up, everything will just, so everything in my stomach was just disorganized for some reason, but thankfully it came back. Another thing people don't talk about is snapback. People give birth and a few days later they are posting pictures on Instagram and showing us how flat their belly is. It's not real. Like when I gave birth, I was looking at my tummy. The day I gave birth, my belly was still big. 2 days after, my belly is still big. What's going on? Like, is this how this belly is gonna be? But thankfully, gradually it started going down. Now it has gone down, although it's not completely flat, but it has gone down to an extent. So what I did, I used the postpartum belt, and it kind of helped me hold my belly together, and everything that was scattering and wobbling started becoming firm. So I used the belt and it made my stomach flat. With another point is weight gain. I didn't put on a lot of weight during pregnancy, so losing weight was not really an issue for me. The only weight I put on was my baby weight, that is the weight of my baby that I was carrying. That was the only weight I had. And since I'm breastfeeding, I'm losing a lot of weight, so I'm back to normal. And because people say, oh, after you deliver your nose will be swollen. Have you seen my nose? Things are pretty much the same around here, which is fine. Nobody told me that postpartum was going to be this stressful. Like, I was speaking to my sister a few days ago and she was like, nobody told me. Really, nobody told us. Everybody just said, oh, you're going to have a baby. That's so cute. That's so cute. I don't sleep at night. How's that cute? How is that cute? But I'm so happy I have a baby. I mean, when you remember the joy of having a baby, you tend to forget about everything. That statement is not completely true because I remember all the pain I felt. Like, I'm consciously trying not to forget about the pain because it's real. So yeah, I felt so much pain that I was not prepared for. Another thing was constipation. I was so constipated after I gave birth. Nobody told me. I was like, what is wrong with me? It's normal. I had to ask the doctor, like, excuse me, what's going on? I can't do number 2. And even when I tried to pee, it was still a struggle. Nobody told me. I thought I was gonna I used to joke about having makeup in the labor room. Everything would be fine, everything would be clean, smooth. I was not myself for a couple of days, honestly. So yeah, it was so painful. Nobody really talked much about the pain, but yeah, even after giving birth, I was still in pains. Yeah. Another thing that nobody really talks about, breast engorgement, baby trying to latch and all of that. See, breastfeeding, people don't talk too much about it. So when I gave birth, my milk didn't come out till like the next day. Yeah. So when it eventually came out, the nurses were like, put your baby to breast, put your baby to breast, put your baby to breast. I'm like, what is that? Put your baby to breast or put breast in the baby's mouth? Which one is put your baby to breast? It's not the same thing. They're like, no, you have to take the baby, put the baby to breast. I'm like, okay. Nobody really told me that was how it was done. Then another struggle I had was the baby latching. Okay, I brought the baby to breast. So baby, open your mouth. I thought children had the natural instinct of sucking. Why are you not latching properly? What's the problem? It took a while, but before the end of the day, baby was able to latch properly. I was so happy. Even the nurses were like, oh my god, he's latching so well, he's latching properly. See the way he's sucking, you can hear him swallowing. I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I don't like stress. I don't like stress at all. And that was the day he was immunized. He had his immunization, so he was so cranky, he was crying, he could not latch. I'm like, hey God, what is this? Is this how it's going to be? And right from time, I'm somebody that don't like noise. I like peace and quiet, but I kept on hearing yeah. I'm like, when is it gonna stop? What's going on? I was so confused. I didn't know what was wrong with the baby at certain times. Everything just, it was so new to me. Baby would just be crying. I'm like, hey, what am I going to do? So I learned that if the baby is crying, it's either he's hungry, he's stained, that is, he has soiled his diapers, or he is hot. So when I check these 3 things and everything is okay and the baby is still crying, I'm confused, like, what's going on? Is there another logic? Why are you still crying? Can you stop crying, please? So I'm begging the baby to stop crying. Nobody told me about this. I don't sleep at night. Baby will sleep during the day, and then at night is a vigil. I thought I'll be getting beauty sleep after I put to bed, but my baby. Anyway, that was during the first couple of days, and they were like, oh, it's gonna pass. I still didn't sleep at night, though it has gotten better, but yeah. So after the breastfeeding, baby was able to latch properly. The nursing experience was breast engorgement, and this happened when we got home after giving birth. So I started to pump. I started to express milk, and then I still breastfeed my baby along the line. So I pump like twice a day, and I still breastfeed my baby like 10 times in a day, thereabouts, because fellow sucking. Is that normal? Yeah. So one fateful day, I started building my stash, so I had milk in the freezer. So then I was so tired, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to wake up this night no matter what. If the baby's crying, somebody else will have to attend to the baby. That was my plan. So I didn't wake up at night. I usually feed my baby every 2 hours, so I didn't want to wake up, I didn't want to do anything. When I woke up, eventually I woke up with so much pain because I had not fed my baby for like a couple of hours that I slept at night. I did not feed my baby. When I woke up, it was even the pain that woke me up. I woke up, my boobs were swollen and it was painful. I don't know how to explain it. It was like brick, it was like rock, heavy, swollen, painful. I could not touch it. I was like, maybe the milk is too much, let me put the baby to breast. And the way he tried to latch, I told you he's already a latching expert at this point. So immediately he latched on the book, I broke down in tears. I'm like, what is going on? It was so painful. My husband came, he was like, baby's trying to eat, you are crying, what is happening here? So this is not postpartum blues, it was not postpartum depression, it was pain, real pains. I was in pain. Like, I was like, what is going on? I have a friend who's a nurse. I chatted her up and she was like, oh, it's probably breast incontinence. I could see, oh my goodness, I could see, if you touch the breast, it felt so hard, like a rock. Nobody told me these things, like nobody prepared me for this thing. So apparently my body was used to producing a certain amount of milk every day, and because of the fact that I did not express milk and I did not feed my baby directly from the breast, so the milk was there and it became full. So it just became engorged and it started paining me. So that was what happened to me. So for me to relieve it, I had to use warm compress and then cold compress. Because I found that I could not put the baby to breast to drain all the milk, I had to express with the breast pump, and then it went down gradually. So after expressing, I used the cold compress and it started going down gradually. After that, I stick to schedule. I stick to what? Schedule. If I don't pump, I'll put the baby to breast, and if I'm unable to put the baby to breast, I must pump. See, if I'm going anywhere, I'm going with my breast pump because I cannot be feeling pain. I literally started leaving the house about 3 weeks after giving birth, and I go with my breast pump anywhere. I will find a corner, I must pump. Even though my baby is not going to drink the milk, I must pump because I don't want to feel any kind of pain. That pain was terrible. Nobody prepared me for that kind of pain. Nobody. So yeah, these are some of the things that have happened to me after I gave birth to my baby. I hope you learned something and it kind of have prepared your mind or prepared you for some of the things that are coming. It may not always happen this way. Yours may be different, but this is my own experience. I hope you learned a thing or two from it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.